Tyler of the Game Pulse here, doing a video because, I was literally just about to go to bed and I saw this got announced and I just felt like making a video about it because I just want to talk about it. Sony and Insomniac have been, tweeting these teaser images recently about a new game, and that game turns out to be Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus, coming out for PlayStation 3 this fall. A lot of people, including myself, thought it would be either there was three options. One, obviously, a Ratchet and Clank game. Two, a Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter crossover game, because the teaser said when worlds collide, heroes return. And, it would be the return of Jak and Daxter. Insomniac and Jak, Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter are two of the, biggest and, kind of closely knit franchises that were on the PlayStation 2. Jak and Daxter has been absent, so that's where the Heroes Return came from. Or, people just thought it would be a Jak and Daxter game. And while I absolutely adore Ratchet and Clank, it's one of my favorite franchises of all time, I really wish this was a Jak game. Anyways, that's not what I'm here to talk about. Hopefully, Jak and Daxter will get their dues on the PlayStation 4 eventually. I miss Jak and Daxter. But anyways, Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus is an epilogue and kind of a follow-up in ways to Ratchet and Clank Future or Crack in Time. Now, which I think is cool. I played through Tools of Destruction before, the first game in the Future series, which is fucking awesome. I love that game. And I'm currently playing through a Crack in Time right now, because I'm a faggot and I've been missing out. That game is phenomenal for what I've played through so far. It is absolutely great. And they've released two other games for the PlayStation 3, All for One and Full Frontal Assault. All for One looks like it could be kind of fun, and I might have to pick that up. And Full Frontal Assault's not really my thing, but because it's so cheap, maybe I will someday. And they also released Quest for Booty, which is a downloadable title, which I still have yet to pick up. I have to catch up on my Ratchet and Clank, so I apologize for that. Anyways, this title, there's two things about it that I think are cool, and before diving into what the game's actually about, one is that it's only for the PlayStation 3, and I really think that this game should come out for PlayStation 4. I think it's cool that they're putting out a PlayStation 3, showing that the PlayStation 3 is not dead. We're not giving up on it, and we want to make one more great Ratchet and Clank title for the PlayStation 3. Supposedly, this game's more of a return to form, more of a return to the very story-driven, planet to planet exploring Ratchet and Clank that I and many gamers out there have adored since the franchise's inception. And two, this game's only going to be $30, which is awesome, but that also makes me question how big of a title is it? Is it going to be a full, huge release with lots to it, like Tools of Destruction and a Crack in Time, or is it going to be a little bit more like Quest for Booty, where it's a little bit more scaled back, but it's still got that big, Ratchet development, but it's just not as long or something like that? It makes me question how big this game's really going to be. But anyways, I feel that it'll be fantastic. It looks amazing. It looks, to me, even better than a Crack in Time. Just looking at Ratchet's character model looks incredible. And one thing that I did not notice in the little, teaser trailer thing that I saw on IGN is that I didn't see Clank. I might have just been missing out on that. If he's there, let me know. So I wonder where Clank is in this game. The story happens to follow, they're coming home or something like that, and they end up on some planet, stranded on some planet with some dude, and they pretty much have to save the galaxy, kind of like every other Ratchet and Clank story, saving the galaxy. And I'm sure it'll be interesting, in every way. I'm all for that. I just love Ratchet and Clank more for the gameplay, and I'm glad that they're kind of returning to form. because, you know, that's the Ratchet everybody knows. There's 3 new weapons that they showed off. One is the Winterizer, which turns people to snowmen, and then you can just run up with your wrench and hit them, and they die. And I think that's cool. Ratchet has always been, you know, its highlight has always been for some crazy combat because of their very inventive weapons. And this title looks to be no different. There's another one called, I think, Mr. Nightmare, something like that, that, you know, turns people into like eyeballs or some shit. And there's another one that I kind of forget, that they showed off. Some of the gameplay mechanics look like it could be pretty cool. The little kind of, what's it called, like the Nexus, I guess, something like that. Some like purple beams that you can kind of connect through portals that, you know, might present some very nice puzzles and challenges throughout the game, kind of like the time gameplay in A Crack in Time. And I think that's cool. That's the innovation that Ratchet needs. Like, yeah, the combat and the gunplay will always be fun and satisfying, but it's little moments like that, that little type of gameplay innovation and the puzzle solving type things, although they're not like, you know, that difficult, it spices things up and it keeps things interesting and fresh. And that's one thing that I think is going to be great about this title. Overall, you know, that's about it that I believe really got announced. I am stoked for this game. I'm glad it's only going to be $30. Whether it was $30 or $60, I would pay any price for this game. I want a new Ratchet and Clank game. Yeah, I think it should be for the PlayStation 4, as a lot of people probably think. But you know what? Ratchet and Clank will have its due on the PlayStation 4 eventually, I know it. Ratchet and Clank is one of Sony's flagship franchises that just cannot go away. And yeah, I mean, Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus looks awesome. It looks beautiful, as all Ratchet and Clank games are. Even the PlayStation 2 games are beautiful. Yeah, the gameplay looks phenomenal. The new innovations, the new weapons, I'm happy. This is going to be cool. So look out for a review of Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus when it drops this fall. No release date has been given, but, you know, it should be coming soon for the PlayStation 3, a possible PlayStation Vita, you know, port or whatever coming eventually, maybe. And yeah, that's about all I have. It's the Game Pulse. We're getting a capture card this fucking Friday, so prepare for some gameplay and a ton of content coming very soon. If anybody watches this video, let me know what you feel about Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus. Should it be on PlayStation 4? Are you happy it's on PlayStation 3? I don't really give a fuck what platform it's on. I buy it. So